guys, it's Kelly here, and I am actually doing a video for Create a Smile today, which I haven't done in just a really long time, and so I'm excited to be back doing for them. Today I'm going to be using the Snowflake Stencil, the Whispering Snowflakes, Happy to Call You a Friend, and then these adorable sequins that were a combination made by Pretty Pink Posh, specifically for the winter kit for Create a Smile. And so I picked out some distress inks that match kind of the colors of those sequins, and I just wanted like just a really fun snow background. So I just started laying down. This is Salty Ocean, and it doesn't need to be perfect. I'm not trying to create a perfect background because we're going to put so much on there, it's not even going to matter. So I'm using the Salty Ocean, Wilted Violet, Blueprint Sketch, and Mermaid Lagoon. And you can tell just by looking at it, it's like a hot mess. So I'm putting my stencil down. I put Tombow Mono multi-glue on the back of all of my stencils. It dries repositionable, so it just helps keep them in place and I don't have to tape them. Anyway, so now that the stencil's in place, I'm going to go back in with the same colors, and I'm just going to be a little bit more heavy-handed. I'm not trying to put the same colors in the same places. I'm just, adding them and completely different. So if you get some tone on tone, that's fine. If you make new colors, that's fine too. Just something that was, going to create an interesting background, and we're going to build in from that. I just love these colors for winter. Just so pretty. So a lot of times the first time I use my stencil, when I remove it, I get just like little sticky parts left on my card. I just erase it with either like a plain white eraser, or today I'm using an art gum eraser. And I haven't ever had any issue. It's never ruined my card. It's never left dark spots. So maybe that'll work for you as well. And then, you'll have sticky stencils. So I wanted to do the stamping with these. I love them. They're such intricate little snowflakes. They're so pretty. But I just really wanted to build up this background. So I'm stamping the same distress inks. A lot of people don't use distress ink to stamp because it isn't necessarily the cleanest finish. But for what I was trying to do, it worked perfectly. And I mean, the ink already matched, so why not? I'm not being careful not to stamp over them or keep them separated. I'm trying to get a good flow, but I'm totally okay with stamping snowflakes on top of snowflakes. So I'm almost done with the background. It might be a little bit too much. I'm normally a very clean and simple card maker, but I was just having such a ton of fun and I wanted to add some shimmer to it. So I just have a little scoop of Perfect Pearls in the color Perfect Pearl. Yes, it's two names, Perfect Pearls, Perfect Pearl. And I'm just going to add some water to that. And I'm not using a ton of water because I'm not working on watercolor paper, but just enough to kind of get some splatters that I can put in the background and add in that shimmer. Another way that you can add just another layer of interest is by doing the same thing, watering down a little bit of white acrylic paint, and this will look like little snow splatters in the background. So I love to do this for winter. I like to do it for galaxy backgrounds. I even use it for like spray on my beach cards. So white acrylic paint is can be a really handy tool, and I think I bought that thing 5 years ago for 99 cents at Walmart. So there's that. I'm going to use my Mini Misty to stamp down my sentiment. This is such a beautiful script sentiment. Christine couldn't have done a better job. I just absolutely adore it. And but it's a big stamp set, and I wanted to make sure that I was going to get good coverage, and if I needed to stamp it a second time, I could. So that's why I'm using the Mini Misty. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp that down. I'm using Black Simon Says Stamp ink. And then I'm going to... It is a busy background. I'm conscientious of that. And I want it to kind of pop off from the background. So what I'm doing is I'm giving it a drop shadow. So I'm using a dark gray, and I'm working as if my light source was in the top right, and I'm adding a shadow to the bottom left. I'm going to do the C5. I'll blend that out with the C3, and then I only did the C1 on the parts that were actually like on white paper, not the darker parts. So once you get the C5 down, then you can just go over it with the C3, over it with the C1. You're just going to go right over the same areas, and it will blend them into your background. Alternatively, you can also outline your sentiment with a white gel pen. Here I decided to do a mix of both. And so the areas that don't have a shadow, I am using the white gel pen as kind of like a highlight. But either one of these is going to differentiate your sentiment from that super busy background and make it pop off. I wanted to add a little bit of sparkle, so I did put those rhinestones on. They have such cute little snowflake rhinestones. So, I mean, just so stinking cute, and I love the colors. There's like a tealish blue in there. It's fantastic. But so I trimmed my panel just a little bit so I could add a strip of silver glitter paper on the side. I'm just going to flip that over from my card base and trim off the excess. And then I find it easiest to put the glue on the back of my card panel and then kind of butt it up against that glitter strip so that everything is flush and is an actual A2 size card. So that is the entire card. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope that you learned something, and I will see you guys hopefully again soon. Thanks so much. Bye.